Now, if you missed the news, a few days ago, Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, passed away. Some people loved him, and some people hated him. Me personally, I wasn't a big fan of his work in the ring, and he was much worse of a person outside of the ring, where Hulk Hogan was just a terrible person all around. From being outwardly racist to flat out doing things for personal gain during his time and tenure with TNA and also WWE, Hulk Hogan just isn't a good person. Here's a video that explains how I feel perfectly about him and his legacy.
I saw someone say that the Hulk Hogan they love died in the mid-2000s, and I couldn't agree with that assessment anymore. I used to like Hulk Hogan a lot when I was a kid. He was never one of my favorite wrestlers, but how do you not love Hulk Hogan? But after you get older, it's like, how do you continue to like him after every situation he gets himself into? He makes himself look like a massive asshole. Hulk Hogan is the main reason wrestlers were unable to form unions and basically have simple shit like insurance benefits because they're constantly destroying their body. For some reason, Hulk Hogan was like, fuck no, that sounds like ass to me, brother. Not to mention, he built his entire legacy off of refusing to lose to other people in a scripted sport where the whole point of being a wrestler is to make other people look like they are hurting you. And he was like, I don't know about that, brother. That sounds kind of gay. TNA is only now getting back on track to where they already were like 20 years ago before Hulk Hogan took over and ran that company straight into the dirt. The dude isn't just someone that's like, oh, he said the N-word one time. He's friends with dudes like Bubba the Love Sponge. That dude's a racist piece of shit. Just Google that dude's legacy. Any area of life that Hulk Hogan touched, a shit-stained print was left on it. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
When Hulk Hogan died, there were a ton of videos either informing people of all the bad things that he has done in his lifetime or people commemorating his career and how he impacted their lives and changed it forever. This is where Joey Swoll comes into play. To commemorate Hulk Hogan's life, Joey posted this video to his X account, and he was instantly called out because of this. Joey Swoll is a content creator with over 8 million followers on TikTok, and he's a fitness influencer who calls out bad gym etiquette that is posted onto the TikTok platform. I'll explain why this is controversial later on. After posting that Hulk Hogan video and being called out for it relentlessly, Joey Swoll started up a live stream, and in it he states that he doesn't really care what Hulk Hogan did 20 years ago, it's the past, and he being Hulk Hogan, already apologized for it. But then he said a sentence that would change his viewers' opinions on him forever.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're gonna attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well. Okay, the man was nice to me, he made a mistake. I'm not God. People make mistakes in life. If you got a problem with that, look at yourself. There's not one single person in here that hasn't made a mistake in their life.
After this live stream was over, almost every creator on TikTok posted videos about Joey's wording for people of color. They also called out how Joey's a hypocrite and how he can turn a blind eye to someone he idolizes, but can't turn a blind eye to people in the gym or on the internet. Because he faced backlash, he turned on his live stream again and said this.
You see me supporting racism. I've literally done videos against racism. I bought a black girl a gym membership that was being discriminated against at the gym. People are attacked. This is the internet, guys. People only love you until they can find something to try and tear you down about. And that's okay. Who is posting about the fact that I said, God, I didn't mean anything bad by saying colored. I didn't mean anything bad by that. So if that was wrong, I apologize. Somebody already educated me on that. But if that's what you want to be upset with me about, I don't know what you want me to say. I didn't mean anything by it. There was nothing racist about that. Wow, I said that. Good for you. People of, so it's okay to say person, because somebody earlier that was a minority was saying person of color. So it's okay to say person of color? How about have a conversation with me? I'm a love.
Let's get some backstory on Joey Swoll, shall we? Joey Swoll's whole internet presence is him calling out creators who post videos calling out other people at the gym with the catchphrase, mind your own business, said at the end of each video. When Joey posts these videos, he generates this thing called mob mentality, where his followers will then flood the creator's comment section with hate, or his followers will call the gym where the creator was working out at and get their account banned from the gym for life. Now, some of these videos that Joey reacts to aren't that big of a deal. Usually they can be fixed by the gym itself, but because Joey mobilizes his followers to then call up the gym, instead of handling the situation in a better way, the gym is then pressured to ban the person who posted the video instead of maybe giving the girl or guy who posted the video a warning. Now, to get back to the live stream, it's hypocritical for Joey to say that Hulk Hogan didn't do anything that bad, because Hulk Hogan is noted to be 20 times worse than the creators that he makes videos on. A big issue I had with this live stream is that there is no way that Joey could say that he didn't know what Hulk Hogan said about people of color in general, and how he felt about his daughter dating a black man. That actually severed the relationship. This was all headline news, and it wasn't something that was said 20 years ago. It was probably something said in like 2016 or 2015. People said that Joey was fully masked off in this live stream, and that he showed a side to himself that many people never saw before. In general, it's just wrong about what Joey said. I understand having an idol, someone who you can look up to, or someone who changed your life for good. But sometimes our idols turn out to be bad people, and we find this out later in life. Like, for instance, I'm a huge Kanye West fan and his music. I love his music. But after everything that has come out against him and all the crazy things he continues to say till this day, you start to realize that associating with someone like that is not good for you and your thought process. That is how Joey should have been. Acknowledge what Hulk Hogan has done for your lifestyle and how he maybe turned you to the gym and made you into a musclehead, but also acknowledge that he's not a good person, and then probably sever ties, but also still remember how he felt in that moment. After this, Joey posted an apology video, but it wasn't really that good and wasn't well received by his audience and people on TikTok.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human. So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human, I am still growing, I am still learning, and I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place, and once again to everybody, I apologize.
After the apology video didn't work in Joey's favor, he went on to make a few tweets claiming to be the victim in the situation. The tweets read, "All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just wait for a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done." This supervillain monologue was terrible, and people could see right through it, and that he was just trying to manipulate the situation into him being the victim of cancel culture. The people who called him out were mostly TikTokers who were trying to hold him accountable. On X, however, it's a different audience. Right-wing people who were mad at him for apologizing, but they were also saying racist things in the comments, and it was kind of sad to see, to be honest. There was only a few comments actually calling out the tweet. One in particular which read, "Man makes a living off judging what people do wrong, and then gets defensive when called out on his wrong. Can't make this up." Now, he also isn't grasping that he did something wrong and should be held accountable for his actions. Just like how he calls out others for their actions, he was getting the same treatment done to himself and he didn't like it. To claim that you did nothing wrong or act like the situation isn't that big of a deal, or to even act like you did so much good that you can't be canceled for some of the things that you are wrong about or ignorant about, is kind of crazy to me. And again, he did apologize in the video, but that video was a stark contrast to how he was on the live stream and how so unapologetic and uncaring he was to even get called out in the comments of that live stream and just not even care. And I just can't believe that he didn't know what Hulk Hogan said all of those years ago. He's not holding himself accountable, and he's just trying to play it off as a poor me situation to try to get sympathy. Here's what some of the creators on TikTok had to say about Joey Swoll and his apology and how they just felt about him after this all came out.
This how y'all gonna treat me? I made the gym a safer place. I'm a fucking hero, and y'all trying to make me a villain. Nigga, I'm Joey motherfucking Swoll. Y'all don't tell me I'm wrong, I tell you what the NCAACP stands for. The C is for color. Can't say nothing without consequences no more. Shut up, Mr. 60. I'm about to start a podcast, and my first guest, Charlie Kirk.
You guys want to know the real black fatigue? This.
Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term. A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again.
It's exhausting watching you guys constantly apologize and try to make it seem like you did your homework, you did your research when you come with your apology. He said he did his research last night. Be so for real. You are 40-something years old. You don't know what Hulk Hogan said. You may not know everything that came out of that man's mouth, but you knew. You're 40-something years old. You don't know that colored is not the correct term and the racist past behind it. We're tired. This is what we're tired of. I just want you guys to know my page is about accountability, but then you take none. I'd like to know who you voted for. I'm asking you directly, who did you vote for? Because the same things you were listing off about Hulk Hogan and why you deleted the post and why you're now apologizing, guess what? Trump did the same thing.
No, Joey, I don't accept your apology. No, Joey, I don't believe you didn't know about Hulk Hogan's problematic past. Yes, Joey, you did start off a sentence with, "I don't know what he did," and follow it up with exactly what he did. No, Joey, I don't want any sauce. Yes, Joey, I do believe you say colored all the time. Yes, Joey, I do see a red-capped grift in your immediate future. Yes, Joey, I do think you only changed your mind once you realized white people didn't like him either. Yes, Joey, you are a hypocrite. Yes, Joey, you did expose yourself. And I am happy that you exposed yourself, because I don't think you should get to tell people what's good or bad gym etiquette while simultaneously being bigoted. No, Joey, you don't have anyone to blame but yourself. Nobody told you to crash out on the internet over a dude you were a fan of at 7 years old.
Now, Joey took about 3 days off of TikTok and then posted a new video on TikTok. In it, he pretty much says that we, the haters, aren't going to cancel him.
We do. Me. Love me or hate me, I am not going anywhere, and you are not going to cancel me. I just needed a few days to step back, to breathe, to get my mind right. And over those few days, I received thousands and thousands of messages from people telling me, do not quit. How much I help and inspire them, including messages giving me a good kick in the ass that I needed to get back up. So I am not quitting, and I am done apologizing. I'm going to continue making videos calling out bullies, being a voice for the people that can't defend themselves, and making the gym community and the world a better place, as I have done for years. Starting with this video right here. To this young woman, you want to criticize that other woman for the exercises that she does. First off, there is nothing wrong with the exercises that she is doing. You're a bodybuilder. Maybe you have different goals than her. Or is it that because you're bigger than her, you have muscle, that you think you're better than her and can treat her this way? If you really cared, why don't you go over and help her? Teach her some of those exercises. But no, you'd rather take a video of her to post online to make fun of her for likes and attention. You need to do better. Not be perfect, but you need to do better. And I really hope you do.
In the description, he says, "My message is to do better, not be perfect." This was just a bad video altogether. It showed that Joey really didn't grasp that he did something wrong. He's not apologetic, and he's trying to make it seem like he didn't say anything wrong. In the comments, there were a ton of people happy that he was back, but there were some that I saw that criticized Joey. Aunt Karen actually stitched this video and said this.
So Joey Swoll is back. And I knew that break was not about to be long, friend. One thing I knew, you was not about to be on a real break. And quite honestly, you look like you need it. You're stressed. Okay, I would have extended it at least another week. Now he comes back and he's like, you know, I got a lot of DMs and a lot of support and people that hate me or love me. I'm going to be me. Joey, let's just be honest. The only reason you're back is because you got tired of those news articles and every single side of TikTok calling you out. You couldn't deal with the left and you couldn't deal with the right. And now you're going to come back where I'm just going to be myself. And who were you? No, I mean, honest, you've been faking the funk so long. Now you've upset both sides, if you will, of the fence. And you want to come back as if it's like, I just got to be me. At the end of the day, the only thing that you were truly concerned about in them 2 days was your money and the image of who you thought people saw you as. Good luck with your content moving forward, but it's not going to hit the same. Drop y'all thoughts in the comments about Joey coming back.
Joey hasn't posted anything new since that most recent video, but I'm sure he's just going to try to sweep everything under the rug, like every big creator who does something wrong. And he probably will get away with it too. Call me a snowflake if you want, but if you say something wrong because you are ignorant to the word, and then you double down and act as if you did nothing wrong, then you shouldn't have a platform. The same way Joey was able to ban people from gyms, he should have banned himself from TikTok. Regardless, it seems like he's gotten a new fan base, that being the people who are outwardly racist or just weird in general, until he starts calling out them, and then they will turn on him too. Now, I was a huge fan of Joey Swoll, and I was actually going to make a video on him promoting gym positivity, which is great. I used to love to see that. But what's done in the dark will surely come to light. And live streams are a good way to see someone's true colors without cuts or edits. Anyways, do you know who Joey Swoll is, or have you been a victim of one of his videos? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe to never miss any new videos. Also, subscribe to my wife's channel. I'll leave it pinned in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.